A pleasant day to you. And of course, our viewers are very, very much interested about our topic today. I'm your host, Riva Galveztan, and we have another special guest today, Professor J. Bernardo. Good morning, Professor J.
Riva. How are you?
Yeah, Professor Bernardo is the chairman of JAD group of companies. Actually, he told me earlier that he has a lot of companies, so let's not mention all. He's an entrepreneur himself, and he's also a professor at the Asian Center for Entrepreneurship. So, welcome, Professor J. Actually, today our topic will be mostly about outsourcing for entrepreneurs and, of course, the emerging industries that are related to this. So, Professor, tell me, how did outsourcing come about?
Call me J.
Oh,
Okay.
J pala, J. So, let's be very informal here, casual. So, tell me, how did the outsourcing industry come about? I mean, I'm sure before, businesses were very much, limited to whatever manpower or resources they have. But now, I think outsourcing is the new trend.
Ever since before, naman, people really outsource maybe security or janitorial and all that stuff. But when the people get to realize that they need to outsource when big crisis happens in for example, in 1997 when we had the Asian crisis, right? Most of the companies had problems because their fixed cost was very, very high, and they needed to outsource more things because the volume was going to go down as far as demand is concerned. So outsourcing became very prevalent, and it started to grow. No? Beyond just security guards, and they started to outsource their warehousing, their manufacturing, their distribution, their quality assurance, every single aspect in the supply chain or the value chain, you would is possibly something that you could outsource. And then recently, the next crisis that happened,
the
recessions. You'd see now it became the BPOs. I mean, before it was the mga
Business
foundation
process
business,
outsourcing,
right? Now it's mga backdoor, mga accounting and call centers, and
IT,
and IT and all that stuff, and support the customer support. So most of that now, that's what's been happening nowadays. And you'd see that there's a very good niche for a lot of people to get into this type of an industry.
To be the ones to, give that service, provide that service for the other
because
companies.
if you remain small in the outsourcing business, then you become very, very flexible, and then you have cost efficiency, which makes it very ideal for different clients to actually go to you for that type of job.
That's very interesting. I mean, nowadays, personally, I have my own company also, and there's some things that I just want to outsource already because, you don't want to wait for the time you get burnt out and all. So, what advice can you give our viewers in terms of when to outsource? Is it in the beginning of the business, or do they have to structure it in such a way that, I've decided that this is something I will outsource? Or
what you do is you try to what really makes you different and what's your core, and then you just keep that. No? If you're not very good in the other things, you don't have to be the one to do it yourself. No, I mean, the do-it-yourself era where everything has to be done by the company itself was back in the 1960s or 1970s.
Back in the
Nowadays, people can actually run a lot of big businesses are actually in a garage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Being run on the internet. And everything else is outsourced. Delivery, manufacturing, and all that stuff.
Logistics.
So at the end of the day, if something goes wrong, then you don't have much fixed cost to worry about, except maybe the electricity in your house, right? Outsourcing can do that to you. One is it will give you better chance of surviving. The other one is that you could concentrate on what you are supposed to be good at.
So your core
competence,
core,
If you're not good in IT, then let somebody else handle it. You don't have to learn it, or somebody who's been doing this for the longest period of time can actually do it cheaper and better than you.
Because that's their expertise, right?
That's their expertise. So when people plan businesses now, they should not think that they need so much capital.
I think that's the barrier right now. That's why we're we're trying to talk about this because we want to encourage people to actually, start their own business. I mean, start somewhere, because if they think that, I need millions and millions because I need this IT, this machine, etc., I think it will take them ages to start one.
And it's going to be difficult for the smaller ones to be able to
become bigger, to bring their business to another level.
If the amount of, if your business is going to be only the amount of money in your pocket, then then we're all going to be cottage industry, right?
I know.
So, but if you if you have a whole network of suppliers and distributors and research and development, nowadays it's not even outsourcing, as the internet has made it even much cheaper.
There's online marketing.
You could get designs. People can submit designs to you in
online.
Exactly. You could get manufacturers to bid for things. Everything's there. So
they should actually also, try out that online community of anything that they can outsource online is.
That's what's happening. We should, especially as a Filipinos, I feel that we do not exploit the internet as what we really should.
Like how Americans are, or
how other people are, because
all over the world.
Most of the time when I talk to people, they would say, my market is the AB market of Metro Manila. But beyond
so
Metro
limited,
Manila, I mean, nowadays you could deliver whatever you want. You could
just tie up with FedEx or DHL, UPS.
Make it available. A lot of people have started this, and they started maybe in their multiply sites. This is the interesting part now, because the foundation business, which is outsourcing, now mixed up with social media. Wow, what you could create.
It's a powerful combination.
And the market is no longer just where you are.
Exactly.
Right? And it should be very exciting for the people that want to go into business now. Because they could really become an outsourced producer.
It's actually an advantage to start a business in this, in this day and age, compared to before, that you really had to do everything on your own.
For example, I'll give you some examples of good businesses that people could go to. The housewives, they don't want to go to an 8-hour work week.
Of course.
So you could do editing, you could do writing, you could do research for people. And the price is cheaper because you could do it whenever you need to do it.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's project based, it's task based.
But you have to make yourself available as a company outside, so that people can outsource whatever work they can to you.
So you pretty much have to promote yourself also to
as a company. So if you just promote yourself, hey, I'm somebody looking for a job and employment, then we're gonna have a problem.
No one's gonna really.
Because people are looking for companies that they could outsource it to. They're not just looking for people that they that can do it. They want it to be a company so that if the person's not there, somebody else
will run it,
and somebody else can do it. Right? So, and they will not be responsible to the person that's behind. To the person.
Exactly.
So that's my advice to people that really want to go into this type of business. Make yourself a company. Choose legitimately, and then choose your niche. And you'll be surprised.
What do you love to do, really?
You'll be surprised. I met somebody. Recently. I met somebody who was a total nerd and geek, and the only thing that he liked to do was he liked to catch fraud in the internet. Can you imagine?
That's all he does.
He has 6 servers that runs in his basement, catching the different types of fraud for different companies. And now so many companies are asking him
to do the same thing for him.
To monitor for them. Can you imagine?
Wow. That's just wanting to, look for people who mess up the online community.
But you don't have to be somebody who's knowledgeable about the whole IT field and all that stuff. Him, internet, the only thing I want.
He was very focused on.
That's it, right? He just that side of it. So, some people do. Some people actually